China in that part of the world. And then in 1744, a Spanish map maker, Pedro Murillo Velarde, drew the Mapa de las Islas Filipinas. And you will see, medyo malayo lang ng konti, no? You're going to see that what we call as Scarborough Shoal today, or Baho de Masinloc, or Panatag Shoal, Panakot ng panahon na yun, is very clearly indicated as part of the Philippine Islands, de las Islas Filipinas. So we go back to 1744, panahon ng mga Kastila. And then here we have the definition of the exclusive economic zone. And there are two features that are well within the 200-mile exclusive economic zone that are now being disputed, in fact, occupied or controlled by China. The first one is Mississippi Creek, which is well within our exclusive economic zone, 130 nautical miles of Palawan. And then in April 2012, Scarborough Shoal, or Baho de Masinloc, which was grabbed by China after a standoff with the Philippine Navy in April 2012. Very clearly, that is ours. In fact, when I was a Navy officer, I participated in several sea exercises. The Navy officers in this forum are very familiar with this. We were patrolling the Scarborough Shoal during that time. There were sea exercises conducted during that time. The US Navy was using that as a live fire exercise area, and during that time, China was not causing even a quick. They were not indicating that that was theirs during that time. Mississippi Creek started in 1994 when the Philippine Navy discovered this shelter, this structure. And when we complained, China said, don't worry about it. These are just temporary shelters for our fishermen, and maybe some of your fishermen can also use the shelter. So after a little noise in 1994, 1995, it quieted down a little bit. But in 1999, I flew over the area together with Congressman Dana Rohrabacher of the United States. We were fortunate to use the C-130. We flew at a very low altitude, about 500 feet, and we saw very frenetic construction activities during that time. And we already announced that China was building not just a temporary shelter, dahil may nagwe-welding eh. Ang daming tao, nakita ko talaga yun. They were building a permanent structure, and true enough, after a few months, this temporary structure became this structure, which is even bigger than many of the municipal halls that we have in many towns in the Philippines. Yan, permanente na yan. Today, that is virtually a military installation for military purposes well within our exclusive economic zone. Ayan, another view. Now, the next item is this Scarborough Shoal, or Baho de Masinloc. In December 1999, at the height of the controversy and the noise with respect to Mississippi Creek, I delivered a privileged speech in Congress, and I said that I was looking at the progress being undertaken by China, because they were practically island hopping there. They grabbed the Quarter Reef, the Johnson Reef, the Fiery Cross Reef, some of them outside our exclusive economic zone. And then when they grabbed Mississippi Reef, I looked at the geography, and I could see very clearly that they were moving northwards from Mississippi Reef. And I predicted that their ultimate target is to control this Scarborough Shoal. This was in December 1999, and 14 years after, this became correct, because they grabbed, less than 14 years, they grabbed Scarborough Shoal. Now, some people are saying that Scarborough Shoal is, nagkaroon ng confrontation dyan. Our BRP Del Pilar was there, confronting the vessels of the Maritime Surveillance Fleet of China, also the Coast Guard of China. And finally, by July 2012, China already erected a barrier to the entrance of the shoal, preventing our fishermen from fishing there. after hundreds of years of fishing in that area. Now, some people, especially those who are not familiar with this, some are civilians, some are colonists, saying, why are we making so much fuss about a little speck of an area in the middle of nowhere? Well, this may look small, but the area of the lagoon inside Scarborough Shoal is about 150 square kilometers. The area of Quezon City is about 150 square kilometers. So you can imagine how big this area is. The lagoon there has enough depth to accommodate destroyers. And you can imagine how many destroyers you can dock inside Quezon City.